Hi. Actually, I'm gonna light an incense. Okay, take two. I lit an incense. So, my name is Renata, and I'm really gonna endeavor to bloom into this YouTube space and just the online space in general in a desire for meaningful, true community and connection and friendship and sisterhood and brotherhood, otherhood. I've found it difficult to put language to what it is that I do for work or for my craft or for my practice. Because it's not so much what I do as it is who I be. For the past 4 years, kind of 5 years actually, going on 5 years, I have been trying to be my own, work for myself as a coach. It started as a life coach in the very beginning because that was the only real concept of coach that I had other than like a business coach or, obviously an athletic coach. And for the past 4 years, I have just, tried in all of these different ways to label myself as that and identify as that and figure out how to get clients and what my ideal audience is and my ideal client and where do they eat and live and sleep and what do they do and what is their demographic and what is the story that you need to be telling to really draw their attention in and just like going down looking to everybody outside of myself for answers for how to build a successful online business as a coach. And just been a wild experience. I don't want to get too into it because I want this to kind of be I want this to be about this week, but I do just in the very beginning here want to just provide a little bit of background kind of to give context, I think, to what I want to share this week. Because I'm going to let this be like my weekly reflective practice and just share that with people to connect and to find my people out there that resonate, find my soul family. So this year, at the beginning of the year, I decided this is the year. This is the year that I'm doing this. I am no longer willing to live as anything but my like authentic self. Like I know that I am capable of making my dreams happen. Like I'm amazing. Like I'm not selling myself short anymore. I'm not doubting myself anymore. I'm not letting the fear of what might happen stop me anymore. I'm going to walk into the unknown, and I'm going to understand who I am to the deepest part of my ability. And I'm going to embody that. I'm going to be that. I'm going to be the fullest expression of who I am, and I'm going to know who that is. And so that was the commitment I made to myself at the beginning of this year. Three months in, right around my birthday in March 21st, actually, I began my full-time digital nomad traveling experience. I travel on the road full-time and have been since March 21st. Today is July 6th, 2025. And I lost my train of thought. Cue the Jeopardy music. Yeah, I've been bebopping around the state of Florida, house sitting for people. So I basically just choose places, or try to choose places. You know, it's a co-creative process, obviously, with dates that kind of just follow back to back, and that's what I do. And if there's gaps, then I will stay in a hotel or an Airbnb, or sometimes I can even extend because the homeowner is super sweet and amazing, and very welcoming and inviting. So that's what I do, and I get to pet sit while they're away, and have animals just for a time. I'm like the auntie coming to stay while the parents are away. So okay, anyways, so I'm single. So the reason, like, I was living in Charleston, South Carolina at the time, and where I was staying was in an apartment with my ex-boyfriend. So we ended, and the lease ended in March, and so that's a contributing factor to what prompted me doing this journey, is because I didn't have deep roots in Charleston. I'd only been there a little over a year, and I didn't have any animals of my own, and I was single, and so there literally was, and I work remote. My W-2 title is I'm a mental health coach. And so I've been doing that specific type of coaching for over 2 years now. And so I had the ability, and it would save me money. I am about $40,000 in debt. A lot of that I got divorced in 2021, and that's the same time that I was stepping into entrepreneurship and wanting to work for myself, and wanted to understand what that looked like. And yeah, like, ideally wanting it to be, it wasn't at first online. I was thinking, like, for a while I actually had I was doing Reiki sessions in the house that I was staying in. So it didn't start of like, I want to be like an online content creator or like a YouTuber or something. Like, it I just wanted to do my work. Like, I just wanted to help people because I knew when I came into this work, like, I knew that this was my realm of work. Grab tea. We are being supported by we are being supported by Tulsi Holy Basil. Very dear to me. I did a medicine council with a very beautiful woman. Her name is Nora. She her her business is Critical Ritual. She holds amazing, beautiful, beautiful ceremony space and just all kinds of spaces. She's a superb human being. I love her. Anyways, did a medicine council with her right around the start of my digital nomad journey. And I found out, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful story. Wow. This is such a blessing to relive and retell. Right around the very start, she was holding, it started like, I think, the very last week of March into April, the Tulsi Medicine Council started. And right around that time, I was staying in a Airbnb in Alachua, Florida. That was 10-minute drive to the Hare Krishna temple in Alachua, which is the largest Hare Krishna temple in the United States, I believe. And then it was like a 3-minute drive to the Temple of the Universe, which is Michael Singer's compound, or Mickey Singer. Michael Singer, the author of The Untethered Soul and The Surrender Experiment, and like lots of other books and things that he's been a part of. It was a beautiful, beautiful stay. But anyways, the Tulsi Council began right there. And so I was going to the Hare Krishna temple, and I did I'm not going to remember the name of it right now, but it's a Tulsi puja, I think. It's a Tulsi prayer, and where we honor Tulsi because Tulsi is Krishna's favorite plant. And I don't know much about it beyond that, but Krishna has been coming through really strong on my journey, and I just feel so blessed to be connected to this plant spirit and to Krishna and to everything. So yeah, grab your tea and come hang with me. Maybe I'll start doing this like live on YouTube. That would be fun because then we could connect. Oh my God. Then we could connect in together. That's totally what I'm gonna do. Oh my God. Oh my God. The universe, I'm telling you, it's time. Like, it's time. It's not my time. It's our time. It's our time. We are together. We are one. We are all connected. So, I think I left a story thread path open. But yeah. So, I've been on this journey, and there's, of course, coming from having a home base to not having a home base is very ungrounding in and of itself, just full stop. But then there's also the mental component, the psychological component of feeling safe and secure when there isn't grounding. And when you don't have the creature comforts, or a lot of the creature comforts that that just kind of make life more easeful and more comfortable. You know, like I was getting upset the other day because I could not find this person's like measuring spoons. They were just no, there was a tablespoon, but I was trying to measure like cinnamon, I think, for granola or something that I was making, and I'm not trying to put a tablespoon. OMG. Flashback to being like 15 and doing the cinnamon teaspoon challenge. Oh my god. Don't do it. Do not recommend it. Oh my Lanta. Oh fuck, I cannot. It would be really cool to connect with those people, Jeff and Kyle and Ben. Oh, okay. Anyways, so it's like things like that, like can't find the measuring spoons for certain things, which makes other things more difficult. And I am really starting to like making my own things, making my own food, like my own granola, and I like making my own beauty products, and I just like making my own because then I know what's in it, and there's not a bunch of unneeded or unnecessary things, and I can choose the ingredients, and it can be really pure and clean. And that's important to me, but that kind of requires, when you buy things, and it's easiest to buy things in bulk to do that. And when I'm traveling, it's like it's just not really um, feasible or like easy to do, or like it would take up too much space in my car to keep all of that stuff. Not to mention the Florida weather, which compromises the quality of that. Anyways, I'm getting way down the line here. So, when I started out, I wanted to document the journey from the beginning. And in the beginning, I was really just in the moment, and I just didn't really care about documenting it or sharing it, because it wasn't about doing it to share it. It was about doing it to experience it, and knowing that I was going to be on my own. And so like I just needed time to be by myself in that space anyways, and not share. And at least like in real time. And part of me was beating myself up about that for a little bit, because I was like, it it's such a brilliant, or not brilliant, but like known strategy to be a travel blogger, and there's a million ways that you could express that, infinite ways really. And so like why am I not doing that, like? And so there was like a little bit of, I think, social anxiety that I didn't realize that I had. And so I started getting really curious about that. But the past 3 months, I've just been moving through I've been going through like another tier of spiritual awakening, because I'm literally traveling around Florida. All of my family is in Washington State. So I'm like as far away on this continent, like in this country, that other, anyways, so I'm not with anyone. I don't have any friends. Like, I'm not traveling with people. And it's just, why did I get in that? Oh, I'm I'm feeling like I'm ready to move on from mental health coaching. I'm feeling the expansion and the birthing into something more and something different. Because the mental health coaching for me feels like we really are just working on like the mental and um, and the emotional level, but we're not really tying it to the body, and we're not really tying it to spirit. And in my view, all of those things and the energy that it all encompasses is the whole picture to looking at optimal health and in every mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical, and well-being, and living a peaceful, joyful experience of life. So I'm expanding into that. And so I'm like frustrated. I'm having growing pains emotionally and even mentally because I am just, yeah, it's like very like teenager-esque. Like like I'm just like I don't want to be a kid anymore. Like I'm ready to go drive. I'm ready to go like expand into something more and like really express. I don't want to live by anybody else's rules. I don't want to live by anybody else's authority. I don't want to live by like I don't want anything outside of me to have my power. But also the reality is that financially I don't I'm like a teenager. Like to my current source of income is unmatched to my outgoing. And so my outcome. Hmm, interesting. So words are interesting. So in many ways, I think I was feeling insecure about that. I'll say. Like basically like every day I'm living, I'm incurring more debt. Every day that I'm living, that I'm not like working in my ministry, in my gifts, to my potential, I'm going further in the hole in debt because being alive costs money. And the debt that I have that I'm not, that I'm basically just covering the interest for. So it's going up. Yeah, it's just a hot mess. And so there, like there was this feeling of victim, like just victim, feeling disempowered, feeling like, oh my gosh, like I think it would only take one bad thing to go wrong and I would probably lose my shit. Like, and I don't know. Um, just feeling like I'm walking a tight wire. Like I need to be really I don't have time to like fuck around with what I'm doing, basically. Like, I need to figure it out. And that's just a stressful place to be. And so I think for the first few months, I was in this space of like, okay, I'm here, I'm doing it. I'm like living the life that I want to. I'm traveling, I'm experiencing new places, but like it's not feeling good. Why is it not feeling good? And it's like, well, it's not feeling good because I'm not living as my true self. I feel like it's become a cliche, but there's not really another way to say it. If you know, you know what the fuck that means. And like, so that's the reason, because I'm constantly undervaluing myself. I'm constantly feeling unworthy. I'm constantly feeling unlovable. And so I'm like, well, let me create something of really high value. Let me just create something else, right? And I create it, and it's beautiful and it's magical, and then I go to promote it and I can't. I just fall flat. It's like I'm standing on stage and I'm in my underwear having a panic attack and just like disassociate from my body. It's bananas. Like, I don't like, so here I am, and I'm like, I have to figure this out. There's no more like escaping from this. There's no, like, I have reached $40,000 in debt is more than I made last year. It's more than my salary that I'm making working as a mental health coach. And so which is just insane, because the amount of energy that it takes me to do what I do is, in the way that I've been doing it, I'll say, takes a tremendous amount of energy. It's literally walking through people's shadows with them all day long. Compassion burnout is real. Like, just being in the darkness is real. When I have my own that I'm still navigating, which is basically, again, it's like I'm not fully, oh, how do I want to nuance this here? Because I'm not in my fullest, truest expression and knowing, because I have the undervaluing and the unworthy and the unlovable, it makes me feel like I'm having the experience that walking through the shadow is heavy, because I'm walking through my own shadow and it's heavy, and I'm to the point where I'm ready to put it down. And if I put mine down, then the way I experience other people's shadows will also change, because I'm now holding a light quotient that can be held. Embodying, right? So this is embodiment. So and I guess expanding into your light body by shedding these other frequencies. So, long tangent. I do this. We're gonna have to get used to it. / I'm gonna be working on it. mm. This is where I'm at. It's like I'm moving and dancing between two different operating systems. Between using my thinking mind to navigate my life and using my heart, my I am consciousness, being deeply present. Grounding down. So this is one of the things that has just really began to click for me this week. Because I finally reached a point where I really said, no more. Like, just no more. I'm done with all of it. I'm done struggling. I'm done striving. I'm done fearing. I'm done forgetting who I am. My connection. Who I am beyond Renata. Who I am beyond a physical body. Who I am beyond an egoic personality or identity that's based or attached to being a human being. Who is that I that is able to identify that I'm an I? Does a cat know that it's a cat, or is it just a cat? So in that surrendering, there's been a lot of surrendering. And I think I used to feel like that had to be a struggle too. But it really doesn't. It's actually really beautiful. It's like putting down a weight that you have been carrying for so long. And feeling the relief of that and the lightness of that and the rejoicing of that. And I just remembered that I am everything that I have ever been seeking. I am the love that I have been seeking. I am the joy that I have been seeking. I am the wealth that I have been seeking. I am the beauty that I have been seeking. I am the freedom and the peace that I have been seeking. None of it is external, because the external isn't real. The human experience isn't real. It's a dream. It's an illusion. Like, straight up like the Matrix. Not the entire storyline, but the concept. quantum physics points to this, in that when you really look at the smallest observable matter, it's mostly space. It's energy. We are energy. We have an electromagnetic field. We are electromagnetic beings. So this week I got the visual of being kind of like a ball of energy that I formed from two different images. One in the space season of Archer, where why can't I think of her name? Is it Mallory? Where his mom is like an orb, and like a sentient orb, and then the other was this beautiful, beautiful sunrise that I saw in St. Augustine while I was staying at a home of two just beautiful, beautiful people and two beautiful, beautiful dogs, in a beautiful home in a beautiful location. And it was just a really beautiful sunrise, and it was pink and orange, and it just was so soft and so warm and nourishing and beautiful and loving. And I just was like, that's what I want to be for other people. And so I saw myself as that, and entering a spaceship, basically. So you could think of this as your Merkaba, but I like to be more fun with it. I appreciate the geometry of it, but I just pictured like, no, I just have a really actually cool kind of spaceship. That's my vessel. That's, the human body. My body is my spaceship, my vehicle, my vessel. And my mind, as we think of mind or brain, the egoic personality, the personality that has some sort of self-consciousness or self-awareness, the point, it developed not even when we were born. It developed when we started to relate to other human beings. And all of these other human beings with their personalities and their egos conditioned or programmed into us. It's kind of how it works, right? Okay, we're on this planet, we're in this Earth school, and we're going to, this is how it's set up. This is the level of consciousness. You chose this to come to Earth, and for this reason, because to have the human experience in this time, in this marker of experience. And so coming in, sorry, I think I got sidetracked. Having having a spaceship. Oh, conditioning. Sorry. Whew, okay. So it got programmed in. And that's where our conditioning comes in. That's where our belief system comes in. We don't know this. We're literally a sponge until we're about 7. But then even really all the way up until forever, we're still being programmed. What do you, like, that subliminal programming is like what you call that. So it still happens. Our brain is not fixed. Everything is dynamic. Everything is flowing. Everything is always moving. Nothing is permanent, not even matter. Nothing is fixed. Everything is potential. Everything is observed into being. Okay, so, wow, I just do that so much. So the brain is programmable. So the brain, I envision, or like the ego, the function of the ego is to serve as kind of the navigation center, or the operating system. The operating system of the human egoic identity, personality, thing that allows you to have a human experience. Without this, it would not be possible to have a human experience. So the ego gets a really, really, really bad rap in, I think, a lot of this like spiritual community, because it's like, well, your ego is associated with your human self, and your human self is why you suffer and why, there's problems in the world. But if it were not so, then it wouldn't be. We wouldn't be. Humans wouldn't be, because we're just energy, and we would just continue to be energy if there wasn't some sort of mechanism or programming saying, oh, this is real, I'm alive here, don't die, but also this is why we have sleep time, where we disengage from this experience. So your mind is the operating system, and you can program it, because you are not the vessel. And the operating system of the vessel can tell the vessel where to go and what to do, but it can't tell you where to go or what to do. You are the captain of the ship. You can change the programming, which changes what the body does or will do. And this is like the whole experience of being a human being. It's not just the human part, but it's also not the human part. It's all one. It's all connected. It's just this experience of it being separated. And it's that experience of separation that is the cause of a lot of dis-ease and mental health issues that turn into physical health issues, that turn into things like cancer and autoimmune disease, inflammation from stress. This is just facts. That's how it works. Like, everyone on the planet is starting to understand that mental and emotional problems create physical problems. It's the internal world projected externally, not the other way around. So, internally, mentally, and emotionally, if we have been solely operating on autopilot, never stopping for maintenance, never stopping for refueling, really, never stopping for checking in with the captain. Like, it's just basically runs amok and collects all this gunk, basically just like runs itself into the ground until it can't go anymore. And then it creates some sort of disease to grasp your attention and be like, oh, we got to take it off autopilot. And then you get to choose if you actually want to do that or not. I am getting... This is so trippy. It feels like I can just feel myself toggling back and forth between like the mind and the spirit. It's very bizarre. I just need to do this more. I just need to express and share more. And that's one of the things that's clicking. But it's newly clicked, and so I'm figuring it out. It's like learning how to ride a bike, or I described it the other day to someone as like I'm learning how to channel. And I described it as, and part of that is like having a really clean and clear vessel to be a pure channel without distortion from my own Renata personality's egoic experience that are like inherently biased. If the information that I'm translating gets thrown into the mix. So as I'm doing that, I'm really debugging my operating system and cleaning it up and programming more in the direction of what I want, what I desire, and what feels right. And what feels right is going home to God, to source, to universe, to whatever. There's a lot of different languages: ascension, awakening, remembering, healing, loving, becoming love, becoming authentic, whatever. So I'm moving through it, and it was just this big opening and this big clicking of just be. Really feeling like dropping into the heart and feeling in resonance and experiencing in resonance and presence rather than filtering it through with thoughts and ideas and opinions and judgments and criticisms and doubts and worries and anything that exists in that dualistic plane. I've met some very beautiful people that have been demonstrating this for me, that have been my teachers. One was the Airbnb host in Alachua. His name was Gary. Beautiful, beautiful presence. Then Nora. I call her my herbology teacher. she, she's my herbology teacher. And met a beautiful man just a couple of weeks ago, at the end of June. That was incredible. He felt like an earth angel. Everything you need will always be there for you and for me. That's the biggest thing. The biggest realization is just realizing that we're all connected. I knew that spiritually seeking. I have the flower of life. Uh, where's the? I'm like putting it up to the microphone. Like, can you see my arm? So this is. It's not really. I'm sorry, I do not do well with these kinds of things, but intellectually, I've been for the past 4 to 5 years. I've also been like, that's really when my awakening journey started, was in 2019, 2020. And yeah, like 2019. Anyways, this is definitely another big wave. Like, this is another nodal point or something. Like, and it's just, so it's like, it's switching from this intellectual understanding and thinking that I know, versus having an embodied felt experience of knowing, of resonance. So it's like the difference between theory and experience, really, of these concepts. It's cool. But I'm also like transitioning. So it's trippy. It's like learning how to ride a bike. Anyways, so feeling, I've been grounding, going and touching the earth and sitting on her, communing with her, offering to her. I'm starting another medicine council on Tuesday with the mulberry tree, so I'm very excited for that. So we're all connected. This is going to be my sharing space. What are we at? 53? Yeah, it's perfect. So let's expect about an hour. I'm going to start doing this live, and then I'll just post them. And sorry, I just got a couple of thoughts down the line. Bring your teeth, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to talk. Look at the butterflies. Pretty butterflies. Saw a super cool thing about this butterfly in the British Isles that literally convinces colonies of ants that it's the queen bee, and then eats all the bees' larvae, and then cocoons in its nest until it's ready to hatch a year later. What? That's the craziest shit. It's like the only carnivorous butterfly. I keep thinking that my microphone is a camera because it's like right here. Here I am. Beep. Okay. I'm so ridiculous. It's just, I know. I get it. So, yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on Sundays. And I'll think about a time that I want to do it. But I do kind of like the idea of Sunday mornings. But I know a lot of people probably go to church Sunday mornings. So maybe I'll do it Sunday evenings or afternoons, kind of like I have here. I don't know how I'll think on it, but um it'll be about an hour. Bring your tea, and I hope to see you there. I hope to build community with you. I hope to build safe and loving space with you. I hope to, with time, not get so sidetracked on 1,000 different tangents in my mind. I hope to give you love and receive love from you. I hope that meeting here like this helps you know that you are never alone. And that wherever you are in the world, I'm here. I'm here with you. And so is Mother Earth and the sun. If you don't believe in anything else, just believe in them, nature. Look to the abundance of nature. Look to the truth of nature. Your soul will begin to remember. And if you already know, you know. All are welcome. All are loved. Sending love. So much love. I went out the other day and I just sat and I just envisioned that the World Wood Web sending to all of you. And that when you touch the earth, that my love is there connected with you. You are supported and you are loved. Okay, I love you, bye. Okay, I love you, bye. From Elio, went and saw that this week. It's so cute.